So in this backpack, we have 11 networks, and let's see if I can do it. We have Bluetooth, Bluetooth LE, we have Wi-Fi, we have Wi-Fi ad hoc, we have satellite internet, we have LoRa, we have the GoTenna frequency, we have the internet on some of those, but not on other ones.
3G, 4G.
We have Gridstream X for the emergency communication service. We have Gridstream, and I'm only up to 10, and I'm forgetting one. So let's see, what one am I forgetting?
You say 3G, 4G?
Oh, well, and then, 3G and 4, we forgot the mobile, the telecom frequencies. So those are all, of course, it depends. So with these different resources, some are up to the user to use, and some are up to the local environment, and like what other, having Bluetooth and nothing else to use it with is not very good, but having Wi-Fi, similarly, if you don't have anything else to connect with, isn't very helpful. So, but we have this kind of process of, in computer science terms, graceful degradation. So the idea is that you can communicate. If you have 4G, fantastic. You don't need to use a satellite. But if you don't have 4G, but you still want to communicate with somebody a few miles away, you have the GoTenna, or you can even do messaging across the LoRa network up to 10 or 15 miles. And as if you're thinking about this also for an emergency communication use and not just scientific use. And let me see which other ones we're forgetting. And then with the satellite, of course, we can go globally at a rate, and then
more expensive.
More expensive. And if there's 3G or 4G, again, we have limited capabilities, but we can communicate. So it's sort of up to the user and the circumstance, what you're trying to do, what you need to do. And again, going back to the earlier academic work, we were saying this is for worst case scenario communication. So if you're buried under the rubble in Haiti, that was that you could still at least communicate by Wi-Fi to the next person, or maybe somebody outside the rubble to say I'm here, right? So they have that capability up to full internet access, depending on the circumstances. It doesn't guarantee survival, but it provides more capabilities, especially again in many of the areas we're talking about, like the Congo. This is literally life and death. Gas is flowing up around, and right now people just don't have a way to share information about the conditions around there.
Yeah,
where this can provide some real help. So this is,
as Alil said, the Goma volcano sits, next to that is a town or a city of 2 million people that literally have no way to know if the lake is going to have excessive CO2 emissions, and or if the volcano is going to erupt and they have any kind of fair warning to evacuate. So looking at that, and I've been working on this. As Lee mentioned, we spent some time with Google last year in San Francisco at an emergency event sponsored by UNICEF. And what was neat about that is we actually spoke with folks who had experienced, as my colleague Shakeen did, the earthquake in Haiti, as well as the one in Nepal, the one in Italy, and some of the hurricane events. Like right now, the folks in Puerto Rico are experiencing, where currently a month after the hurricane hit, there's still over 90% don't have electricity. So they have no way to communicate. They have no way. If something as simple as somebody is having a heart attack and needs to call 911, they don't have that option right now. So by having something like this, it allows that communication experience to exist. So what we have here, we look at this as a mobile way to communicate where networks don't exist and or you have limited capabilities. Whether it is using it for the education purposes as we're working with Open on, or in instances where it's something like FEMA trying to get in and allocate resources and figure out what they need. So this current, version of our backpack, again, we're constantly refining it as we use it out in the field. It was really exciting working with George and Alil to actually see it work going up the side of a volcano. And if you think about it from a geological standpoint, when you're trying to communicate technology and you're talking about I don't even know how tall the volcano is, 11,000 feet of iron and just stuff that would absorb a signal. This was able to work. We were able to have them communicate from the top of the volcano, which is something they've never been able to do before. So it's pretty impressive. just some of the simple applications that we've tested